done.
Dude, you've been done.
I'm still here.
For what? Why? Because you just want to be a asshole.
You're right.
Then why the would you be in this competition?
I'm here.
Bone face.
Why do you look 50 and you're 24?
What? What did you say? Go yourself, you.
Would you rather have the brand new PS5 or a weekend with these three lovely ladies and you do anything you want with them?
Wait, anything with them?
Like anything.
A whole weekend?
A whole weekend.
Damn, with the PS5 though, like it just.
I know.
Oh, damn, y'all beautiful though, but.
Hold on, what'd you say?
PS5 or us?
Oh,
bro, y'all beautiful, but I had a PlayStation 4 for 4 years, bro. I need a PS5.
My nigga.
I feel like homie head should be normal. I have friends that I'll just go over to their house because I want to show off a little bit, and then on the way out, I'll dap them up and act like nothing happened, and we'll just talk like we're homies, because we are.
Y'all, so this dude came in my DM yesterday. He was like, "You're pretty, I'm trying to get to know you." He literally sent me $1,000 just to get to know me. And y'all literally sit here and think I'm gonna get to know y'all for free when somebody just paid me $1K for him to get to know me? Be so for real.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now.
You know what I love to see? I love to see when the ex leaves and does everything that I asked them to do for somebody else. That just makes me know that I wasn't the issue. It was you. And you realized you was the issue, but you was so goddamn prideful on changing your ways. You rather had changed your partner and then try to be better for them. That's cool. Listen, God works in mysterious ways, and maybe that was a blessing for me. Maybe that's a blessing for them. However, it brings me peace to know that I was right.
What kind of shit is that?
Would you feel comfortable if your father was watching your OnlyFans and subscribing to it?
Probably not. No.
You would not feel comfortable, and I'll tell you why. That's because in your heart of hearts, in your soul, if you still got one, you know it's wrong. That's your work. In my work, if my mother consumed my work, I'd be thankful and pleased that she took an interest in my work and supported my work. If she bought my products, I'd be thankful. If your mother or father bought your products, you'd be disgusted and ashamed because you know what you're doing is wrong and the product of what you're doing is bad.
He ain't lying.
What's up, y'all? It's Cali West. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're feeling this shit. Man, I guess because of the holidays, I don't have many viewers as I expect. But that's okay because I already know that y'all usually catch me on the replay. So salute to y'all who support on the replay. I appreciate you. Now, happy 4th of July from Cali West, deep down in Miami. I got my AC on, but I'm always hot as hell in the Cali West studios. Anyway, XL Pro, the moderator, come through with his support. He said, hit the like, share, subscribe, righteous fear, stand up. And I thank you for all you do, XO Pro. So anyway, with that being said, I ain't going to hold y'all up. I do got a few skits to share with y'all. But the main thing I wanted to pull up was there's a young woman who says she explains why she does not accept coffee dates. And it's kind of interesting, too, because I have recently taken a woman to a coffee date. I'll say maybe about 3 months ago, I took a female out to a coffee date. But the main reason I took her out to a coffee date, I don't even know front, man. She was 37 years old. I forgot what it was, but the particulars like, I don't know if she said that she didn't drink or something like that. But at this point, if a girl doesn't drink or she don't drink like that, the only other place I can think about is taking her to a coffee date because I'm not her to go taking a woman out to eat. And not because I won't take a woman out to eat, but you can't really gauge a woman from stuffing down food down your face. Let's just be real. But anyway, enough about me. Let's go into the skit real quick because that's very important.
Not accept coffee dates from men, and I just want to talk about it. I do just want to say that my reasons are just that, my own, so don't get under my comment section upset or in your feelings. So why don't I accept coffee dates? Well, besides the fact that I'm really not much of a coffee drinker, I find that coffee dates are low effort, they are cheap, and they are the biggest waste of time, honestly. So when I go on dates, I truly do like to look my best because I do believe that first impressions matter. So I really do put a lot of effort into my look, and I find that putting effort into my appearance for $5 bean juice is a waste of time. So when you ask a man, why do you like to take women out for coffee dates? They will give you a bunch of reasons, and I'm just here to tell you that they will never tell you the true reason as to why they ask women out on coffee dates. They're going to lie to you. They are going to guilt trip you by asking if you need free food. If that's why you're asking for him to take you on a proper date, do you need free food? Are you hungry? And it's really just because they want the woman to be able to prove that she is worth a proper meal. I don't care about what reasons they tell you, oh, why does the price matter? It's about connection. You should only be focused. No, they don't believe in that. They really just want you to prove that you are worth a dinner, that you are worth a lunch. And with that information, with that knowledge, it's honestly disrespectful for a man to ever propose to me a coffee date. I wouldn't even go on a coffee date with my friends. My friend knows better not to ask me to have coffee with her. And I know better not to ask my friends that either because they're going to feel the same exact way. If we are going to get coffee, it's going to be on our way to the restaurant or on our way back from the restaurant. So I met a girl in class last semester who told me that she showed up to her coffee date in a bonnet, oversized sweatsuit, those black Adidas pool slides, and mixed match socks. Because she told me that whenever she was going to get coffee, she was looking like who did it and why. So she showed up to the date exactly like that. And the guy that she met up with was so upset. That's honestly why I don't believe men when they say that a date is only focused solely on connection and that all the other stuff doesn't matter. If that was the case, the guy wouldn't care about how she looked like on the date. He would just care to get to know her, right? But no, he was expecting her to show up looking all done up. It was only one man who has ever asked me out on a coffee date, and I just ended up blocking him because, like I said, because I know why men truly ask women out on coffee dates, I find it very disrespectful, and I just don't want to deal with that. So you will be blocked.
Oh, I see.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
Now, I ain't gonna front, man. This is a very good looking woman. Like, it's undeniable. She's a good looking woman, you know what I'm saying, for a young woman. She is. I think the one thing that she said is, men want to make sure that you're worth a lunch or a proper meal. It's a little bit deeper than that. Because breaking bread or having a meal with someone is very intimate. It's not something to be taken light. Like if you're on your lunch break, right? Do you have lunch with someone you don't like? Or do you have lunch with a coworker you don't like? Or if you do have lunch with a coworker, it's probably going to be your superior or your boss because you're trying to get a promotion, right? So having lunch or having dinner with someone is quite intimate. Let's just be real. Now, I must be honest with you. there is a little bit of, I guess there could be a cheap aspect of a coffee date, because what you're essentially doing is men who like to take women on coffee dates, they're essentially trying to remove the prostitution from the date. Because think about it. If you take her out, a woman, here's the thing, let's just be real. Women don't want to be even taken to Chili's, or women are too good for Cheesecake Factory, right? Cheesecake Factory by no means is cheap, but to women nowadays, that's a little too cheap. So in essence, if you take a woman out to somewhere decent, you're probably gonna spend $100 more or less, maybe even more if you take her to a really nice restaurant, or at least not even a nice restaurant, but a semi decent restaurant. You're gonna spend about $100. I mean, what you gonna do? Order a meal and not order a drink? You know what, you're gonna order some $15-$20 drink. Let's just keep it a buck. So between her $20 drink, her $30 food, the fact that you had to go eat too, because you're not gonna just sit there and watch her eat, and then you're gonna have a drink because you don't want to look cheap. You're gonna spend in like about $100 or so dollars. You feel me? And with that being said, just for some girl to take a picture of her plate and her drink for her IG and her Facebook, so she could show other niggas and other hoes how she be going out and have a good time on a dime, and you're never even in the picture. And that same bitch goes around after she got full off her belly, after she done drank your liquor and smoked your blunt on the way home, she went to call Tyrone to go blow that motherfucking back out. XL Pro says if she likes you, you could go to the park or something. These new bitches aren't grateful, no matter the date. Facts. But see, that's the kind of the caveat. The caveat is because of not just because of the red pill space, but well, the red pill space. Let's just be real. The red pill is the main reason why a lot of this stuff is in the forefront now. But with the help of social media, these women basically, told on themselves. They admit that they are, getting taken out by one man and then going home and giving the leftovers to another man. They're explaining their dual mating strategy about how they have Pookie's kids, but then want a decent guy, blue collar, hardworking brother like me and XL Pro. They want us to go and be the saviors and then go take them out on dates, take them all the things. Look, they want us to do all the things that their man won't do. Fuck that. So, I mean, homegirl, the reason why she doesn't want to accept coffee dates is because she wants a man to invest. Most women want a man to invest. But the flip side to the investment stage is that's the thing. Your return on investment is slim to none, and Slim just died. And guess what? Men know this. That is actually why they're asked to go to coffee dates. They figure if you're willing to at least take 15 to 20 minutes to go meet them for at least coffee and have a talk, you can feel somebody else out to see if you like them enough or not. And I ain't gonna lie, I tried that myself about 3 months ago where I took a woman out on a coffee date.
Emotional damage.
And I have to be honest with you, I guess after the coffee date, it didn't really kind of go the way we kind of thought it was. I kind of feel like maybe after the coffee date, maybe I should have told her we should have went somewhere else or something like that. But I don't know. I just kind of felt like, truth is, I had to be honest with you. I mean, some people might not agree with this, but I kind of believe that dates are to get to know someone enough to know if you want to have, intercourse with. And I have to be honest with you, maybe I misread it. Maybe I could have just played it off, but I just didn't really feel like sex was going to happen that night. You know what I'm saying? Unless we was going to go to a bar and get some drinks or something like that. I didn't feel like the sexual chemistry or anything that was going to happen that day. So, after we had a drink of coffee, talked some shit, talked about, what we kind of want in life, we split up. I figured if she was down to meet up again, she would. But one thing I did find about what was kind of interesting about the coffee date is if you let women talk, long enough, they will always tell on themselves. And she kind of mentioned about how she recently went to go see a movie, but it was like one of those like one of those type of sci-fi films or something like that. Like I forgot what it was, like Marvel or something. So at that point, I was like, you went with a dude? And she was like, oh, I went with my friend. We know damn well her friend was a nigga. But after that, she kind of gave me the cold shoulder, so I just backed off. And, it was no big deal. But I just kind of feel like there's like XL Pro says. You could take a girl, you could meet a girl at a park. Bruh, and here's nothing to XL Pro. You're about my age. We all know when a girl like you, you don't have to spend anything. It's not so much that we mind spending money. We just don't want to spend money on females who's just going to disappear and just go on, just play us to the wayside anyway. That's the problem. It's not, we have no problem spending money. Like, for example, once once we kind of know, like, we're official with a girl or at least the girls at least sleeping with us and at least not pulling our chain, dude, we have no problem with spending a little bit of money. The only thing is that these women will use you. And she even admit that, she said guys would try to shame her about wanting food. But at the end of the day, if you came and say, all right, fine, I want to go out on a date, can he get tickets to the opera or, not to the opera, but you know what I mean? I don't know. Let's go on a date. Let's go, like, if she's not telling you to go have some fun, like, oh, let's go out and dance or something like that. Let's go out to the club or let's go to this nice little club. They have some nice drinks and, maybe we go dance. But if she's just trying to go out to dinner, that's literally what she wants. She want to get fed. What fucking conversation can they have with someone over a fucking dinner? Especially a new person. Come on now, man. That's not even romantic. I mean, if you want to go on some romance shit, like stuffing your face and getting full off of a fucking steak is not romantic. I don't know about any man who has blew some back out after having T-bone steaks. Anyway, but then here's the other spectrum. See, these women, they can say anything when they're 18, 19, 20, 21, young and popping, they all fine. What happens when they're in the second quarter of their life, like 40 to 45? Look at what this cougar has to say.
Start getting difficult for no reason, it's time to go. Okay. What happens is there are very specific lessons to learn. You don't have to learn the same lesson 5 times. You don't even have to learn the same lesson twice. These are typically red flags and intuitive nudges that people are ignoring because they want to continue receiving the crumbs that feel like love. They want to continue filling those small spaces that feel like love. They may only get it once a week, but to a person that is love deprived, that feels like enough. So people have to start acknowledging when enough is enough. These are very, very clear opportunities to acknowledge we've come as far as we can go. I'm not getting anything else from this. This seems like it's more turmoil than it is love. It feels like I'm putting out more than I'm receiving because love is transactional. It just is what it is. But when it gets to a place to where it's not healthy, it's not hard to identify when a relationship is unhealthy. But when you continue to stick it out, you continue to keep trying, you're not listening to when your intuition is saying you've gone as far as you can go, the relationship will get even more painful. It'll become even more difficult to deal with certain situations. And it's because you've overstayed your welcome. And so people have to start getting in contact with their intuitive muscle to be able to hear when their spirit says, get your ass on.
Give a fuck what you think, bitch.
All she said was a bunch of mumbo jumbo. Yes, relationships are transactional. But see, she said when you feel like you're giving more than what you're receiving. See, the thing is, for all the men who don't go 50-50, you go put a roof over a woman's head, you protect her from, men breaking into the house, men touching her, inappropriately and stuff like that. And just because you don't take her out to drive-ins and you don't take her out, you don't take her out and show her a good time as much as you used to in the honeymoon stages, now you feel like, you're not getting enough out of the relationship. I mean, not to disrespect this woman, but her hair's cut short, low. She's showing she's essentially showing her breast. I mean, come on, lady. You're obviously a sexual deviant. I'm just being honest, bro. You know, you're showing all your cleavage. You know what I'm saying? You're obviously trying to get sexual attention. So, of course, if you're a sexual deviant, you know what I'm saying, and you're just into a man just for what he could give you, and you're not willing to give back, of course you're going to feel like you're getting the shitty end of the stick. But see, not one time did she say that, you know, you take care of a man or anything like that. She just talk about what she's receiving. When you feel like you're not getting anything, you overstayed your welcome. She's never said about how, you know, how it should be mutual, or how, you know, how you love a man and maybe he doesn't love you back. She didn't say that. She just mentioned about how basically, you know, relationships are transactional. You know, relationships are transactional, and if you don't feel like what you should get, you should just ship out. Which is why, even though she's not a bad-looking woman, there's no wedding ring on her finger.
Emotional damage.
What I do like about what the two women had to say is that it shows both perspectives. It shows that when they're young and popping, they truly don't even give a fuck what a man feels or his opinions or how he feels about a situation. But at the end of the day, it's all about how they feel and what they could get out of the situation. Now, here goes a sister who gets it.
To make 6 figures. How much money you have to make?
It's not even about a dollar amount. It's about a lifestyle.
Okay.
We gotta stop the bullshit. Lifestyle cost.
Let's stop the Capricorn.
Let me explain. Let me explain. And this is why I say this. And here's the deal. If we look at the average American man, he don't even make $60,000 a year. The average American woman don't even make $50,000 a year. If you look at the labor statistics, why is everybody tripping off this 6-figure thing? There's nothing wrong with leveling up, but here's where the ladies miss it. And this is the part that they don't like when I say. They want the 6-figure man, but you don't provide the feminine experience in exchange.
Exactly. Exactly.
Talk about it.
Talk
That's
about it.
Problem.
Talk the talk.
Yo, real talk. AT&T, count your motherfucking days, man. Y'all be fucking clipping that shit, making me look really unprofessional. But other than that, you know, sister kind of get it. Unfortunately, she's in, you know what I'm saying? She's probably going, you know what I'm saying? She's at the end of the second quarter. Because you could tell she's like 40 plus. She might look good. But, you know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, they get it. But they usually get it. See, that's the thing. They usually get it. But they usually get it when it's too late. Unfortunately. But she wasn't wrong. Now, here goes a Latino father who's trying to teach his young daughters to be independent. But it backfires. And the reason why it backfires is not because this Latin father is a bad guy. It's actually because this Latin father is a good man. And when I say a good man, I ain't talking about a good man with what a black woman would consider a good man. I say he's a good man as in he's a good husband to his wife. So because he's a good woman to his wife, he tried to teach his kids to be independent, or his daughters to be independent. But look how it backfires. And it's because of, you know, typically it's because of him. It's not a bad backfire, but it's definitely a backfire. It didn't work out the way he thought. Check this out.
All right, girl. I'm going to show you how to change the tire, because you don't need a man in your life.
Yeah.
No están creyendo de que you need a man in your life, eh?
Yeah, Dad. I need a man.
Why do you need a man? I'm going to show you so you won't need one.
I need one and I want one.
He's trying to show you something.
I'm trying to show you. Para que rato no me andes, papá, ven, cámbiame la llanta porque mi novio, mi marido, no puede.
You can show me, but that's not going to change my mind.
Contigo no mando, ¿verdad? Khaleesi, how about you? You gonna change your tire by yourself?
Yeah.
Huh? She doesn't understand. What?
What do you mean you don't understand a word I'm saying?
Okay, so what are we doing here?
Yeah, we put it the.
He's putting this one back. That's how you put it back. He's gonna show you with the other tire. Okay.
That's why we had AAA, buddy.
Wow. Ven pa' acá, ven pa' acá.
The reason why I love that video is because, look, women know. I think women, especially if they are around feminine women like this Latin mother here. I mean, it's funny because, see, the woman, she can't even help it, but she's so down for her husband that she's trying to even encourage her daughters, even though she's not very dependent, even though she's not very independent. She's trying to encourage her daughters to listen to the dad. But the thing is, the daughters want to be feminine like the mom. When mom has trouble, she could just ask you, or call AAA. And, and it's okay. Nothing's wrong with women depending on men like this. I actually kind of think it's natural, biological. And, unfortunately for us, the truth comes out of the mouths of the babies. Sigma Rodanti BIS says, what's up? Salute, man. Thank you for checking in on this July 4th, man. Now, now we have this guy who is obviously a single mother raised man, and he's from the rainbow community. Look what he has to say about black men or men who have something to say about women. Check it.
A man that's always angry with a woman and he don't like women and he's always saying something negative about a woman. Why is that?
Maybe because he's hurt?
No. Yeah, he's hurt because he can't walk in his truth. He's hurt because really he want to lay down with his homeboy, but for the world, he has to be with a woman. It's clear as day. I see it happen all the time. There's no reason why a man should always be upset with a woman. What it is a lot of men struggle with their sexuality. What it is a lot of men can't walk in their truth. What it is a lot of men have to deal with women for their family's sake, for business, for image. But when a man is constantly aggressive and mean and evil and beating on the woman, on that list of demons that he's fighting is sexuality.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
Nigga, please.
Butterfly in the sky. Come on. I can go twice as high.
Let's get it on.
Take a look.
Nigga.
In a book.
My nigga.
Reading rainbow.
You think it's a game?
I can go anywhere.
Oh, boy.
Suck my dick.
Friends to know.
My nigga.
Ways to grow.
Nigga.
Reading rainbow.
Here we go again.
Let's break down what he said real quick.
Angry with a woman and he don't like women and he's always saying something negative about a woman. Why is that?
Well, to say that someone's always angry, that's obviously very subjective and quite vague. What is always angry? If I say, for example, women in the community should not put their men on child support and they should stick to their child's father. If I say that and I say, well, that's a major issue in our community, kids going around, fatherless children walking around here, prostituting themselves, getting into gangs, doing nefarious things at the age of under the age of 18. Why? Because their mother, who's accepting government assistance instead of a father in their lives, because child support is more lucrative for her to get the child support and get the Section 8 and get the welfare than to have the man in the house. And when it happens, when black men talk about it, Now that means that they're always angry, or they're just talking about, a solution to a problem. We all know it's what I said, but of course they're gonna go try to say anything to emasculate a black man. XL Pro says, fuck out of here. Right, because, and what's ironic is the reason why I found this post is because of a young black woman. Well, she's not that young, but young enough. Well, she's not even young because if she was young, she wouldn't be talking about this shit. But you know what I'm saying? A little older young lady. She's not that young. She's probably over 30. This woman posted this on a page thinking like it was supposed to say something. But this is something that people have, women in the black community have been saying about black men all the time just because a black man, decides he has an opinion on it. Somehow from the 1960s, where a black man was the voice of the community, somehow black men have been silenced and are expected to be silent. Like if you listen to a lot of black women, they'll tell you that black men are not supposed to argue with women. First off, it's actually the other way around. A woman should be arguing with a man because it is the man who's the protector and the one in charge. So you're not even supposed to argue with the one in charge. But somehow, because the black community is a patriarchy, they feel that it's disrespectful to talk to anybody who is Big Mama. Daphne Joseph comes through and says, hey, Callie. Hey, love. Thank you for tuning in. Shout out to the Righteous Sphere. Now, XL Pro says, why would he be stressed over women if he don't want a woman? Backward ass logic. Well, XL Pro, the reason why, a lot of homosexual black men are quick to put down heterosexual black men is because, let's just be real. The only time that black men generally accept, the reading rainbow stuff is if he's gay. If he's not, he's probably vehemently against the practice. And they know this. So, the black man has always been a target for the reading rainbow community. And yes, it is very backwards logic. Because at the end of the day, I bet you he doesn't have any relationship with his father and knows nothing about his father and probably despises his father. But that's a whole other discussion we could even have on another day, or we could talk about it right now, but it'll be all night. Daphne Joseph says he sounds feminine just saying, oh, you can't tell? Oh, Daphne Joseph, you can't tell that this dude is a reading rainbow? Celia Myers says, salute, man. I appreciate you for tuning in. Daphne Joseph said he was raised by his mommy. Feminine ways shown by him. And it's funny. Let's expound on that, DJ. It is very easy for a young black boy to become indoctrinated in the home and reading rainbow community, because all you need to have is a boy who not only is alienated from his father, but doesn't have access to like other brothers or other siblings or other boys in the community because maybe his mom doesn't have anyone to watch him. So what she does is she takes this boy to this beauty salon. She takes him over to her homegirl's house. She takes him over to this little boy and has him. Dude, if you expose a boy to a bunch of women that have no male contact, he's eventually going to become Rita Rainbow. It's not very hard. It's simple mathematics. You are what you surround yourself on. And XL Pro says if you're stoic, they say you're unemotional. If you open up, they say you're complaining or weak. Facts. That's why Coach Greg Adams always tells black men to get the hell out of the community because all the rules is backwards. Everything in the black community, and I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be real. Unfortunately, in the black community, everything is the reverse. What's good is bad, and what's bad is good. If you talk proper, you talk white, and that's bad. If you don't have kids, and you're responsible with sexuality, then you're probably gay, or you probably don't like women, or someone didn't want to give you a kid or something like that. They say all types of stupid things. In reality, in the Asian community or in the white community, you'd be the most eligible bachelor. But, So it's like that little balloon show. You know, there was a guy who came on there. He was a cop, and the women were popping a balloon because they want to be what they want. They want a dude who told guns, but not a dude who told guns with the law. They want a dude who's an outlaw, and that's indicative of the community because the guys who are doing good, those are the ones who are not sought out by the black woman. The black women want the men who are doing bad. And in fact, I have a clip later I could show that about too.
Maybe because he's hurt?
No. Yeah, he's hurt because he can't walk in his truth. He's hurt because really he want to lay down with his homeboy, but for the world, he has to be with the woman.
So my whole thing is that, how does he know that? How does he know that? So he's saying that basically every time that dude has a podcast or every time a dude says something wrong with, women in the community, like, are you trying to say that you've been with all these dudes? Because you can't say that. Like, you say it's clear as that. What is it clear as what? What is clear as what? And these are the same people who will tell you it's 2024 and it's okay to be reading Rainbow. So which one is it? Is it okay to be reading Rainbow, or people want to hide in their truth? See, the thing is, the devil even says in the Bible that one of the things that they will do is try to indoctrinate you by trying to shame you and stuff like that. These are the same games that they did in Sodom and Gomorrah. These are the same things that they explain about in the Bible. These are the same things that they did in the Bible in the past has been done before. And this is what this reading Rainbow dude is trying to do. Because here's the thing. Got to understand, them reading Rainbow dudes, they're just like women. They act on the emotions of a woman. And the thing is, just because a straight man doesn't want to be indoctrinated by their rhetoric, then they automatically go on attack. Because let's just be real. You know what I'm saying? We all know if a black man is not reading Rainbow, he is vehemently against rainbowism. Straight up. Daphne Joseph says, tell it, Callie. Yeah, that's the only way I'm going to tell it. And I'm going to keep it real. YouTube might not like this, but I'm going to keep it a buck. You feel me? So, it's 2024. They could be there if they want. But what's crazy is they want, just like in those commercials that they used to do for the little school. They had a song where the Reading Rainbow said that they're coming for your kids. Because they want to indoctrinate you. They want you to be like that. They want you to be in the spirit of doing things that would not help the human race biologically. And here's another thing too. Just because you want to do something doesn't mean that it's right. Then people wonder why they got booty pox and shit like that and crazy ass diseases.
It's clear as day. I see it happen all the time. There's no reason why a man should always be upset with a woman. What it is a lot of men struggle with their sexuality. What it is a lot of...
See, and that's one thing I have against these reading Rainbow cats. Why does everything have to be about sexuality? Generally, if a man talk about women, let's be real. Even in the red pill community, whether you're in the black community, the red pill community, MGTOW, George Washington's community, whether you're a white person or a black person, at the end of the day, people talk about what's important to them. Women being aligned with men is very important to men. It's important to society. Let's just be real. I could be single and I might not have kids and I might not give a fuck and I might pay to play or I might, pump and dump or whatever. But guess what? I don't matter personally, but guess what? It matters to me that the next generation, that my nieces and nephews, and if I have kids one day, are able to have a decent, loving relationship. It does matter. Especially black people. Black people claim to, be pro-black, but they don't care about what's going on in the community in a micro level. Black men talk about women because black men care about the women in the community. I can honestly say that I do love black women. I might not love them to the point that I will only sing myself. I don't only date them, but I love them to the point that, I do have a sister. I do have a mother. I have a grandmother. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, maybe I might have a daughter one day. I mean, it's not that I don't care about black women, but dude, when you care about someone, you coach them. And this is something that he doesn't understand. Why? Because this man has never had a father in his life.
The men can't walk in their truth. What it is a lot of men have to deal with women for their family's sake, for business, for image. But when a man is constantly aggressive and mean and evil and beating on the woman on that list.
Now, here's the thing. Can he point out any situation where his man was doing this beating and doing all this evil stuff? He just using a lot of hyperboles and a lot of like vague things. He making it seem like black men just go around and doing this to women. And let's just be real. If he truly believes that black men or men are doing these mean things to these women, who are these women? Who are these men being raised by? They're being raised by single black women who chose not to be with a man. You can't fucking make this shit up, bro.
He ain't lying.
Now, XL Pro says America got weak adopting all these agendas. Well, dude, it's all by design. There's a reason why there's behind it. Because see, now that they're making like robots and stuff and all this technology, they don't really need strong men because guess what? If the men get weaker, weak men like this dude right here, he can't fight against a robot. You feel me? He can't go against the T-1000 when it comes time to fight the Matrix. So they want you to be gay. I mean, they want you to be, LGBT, or they want you to be, low testosterone having. They want that. Daphne Joseph says he's full of shit. He talk about himself and his sexuality part. Fuck out of here. Facts. And remember too, this man, if you was to just ask him some questions, you're gonna realize that he never had a father in his life. He never played a sport. He never knew what it was to know what it is to be an actual man. Not one day in his life other than PE. And he probably had a note to like get out from doing any sports. Daphne Joseph said his mind gone. Well, yeah, that's the thing. Well, you got to understand too. I think in 1973, 1976, being a reading rainbow was known as a mental deficiency. And think about it. For a man to want to let another man, invade his body, that takes a level of, because men, we're all outside. We're supposed to enter into people. We're explorers. We're supposed to, if anything, we go inside somebody. But to have someone else go inside you, when you're a man, you definitely got to have something wrong with you, bro. Facts. Truth is what it is.
What kind of shit is that?
Now, this is something that Coach Greg Adams has always preached about, but it's just kind of good to hear it from a woman. So we're going to let this sister cook. Check it.
That y'all are prostitutes. The lifestyle that some of y'all are promoting is literally modern day prostitution. Whether you want to admit it or not, y'all love covering it up with get that bag, only using for what he has, da 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 da. But y'all forget to mention, like, bro, they're not doing this out the kindness of their heart. Y'all are selling that twat.
She told no lie. Yeah, the camera will get out of focus when I share that video, huh? Let's see here. Okay, Canon, I'm gonna fuck around and switch to Sony. Fucking with you, man, making me look very unprofessional here. Want to know what's ironic too? Is that, like, you know, people like Little Richard and even Luther Vandross, we kind of know that they was reading Rainbow. But here's the thing. Even though they were reading Rainbow, they knew it was important enough to hide it. Not even so much because of the fact that, you know, they cared that someone cared that they were like that. Because let's be real. Little Richard, other than actually him flaunting other dudes around, everybody knew. Come on now. Everybody knew even from the 50s and 60s that Little Richard was a little fruit, was tutti fruity on Rudy. Come on now. He was basically coming out that he was like, you know, and guess what? People still play the song. But Little Richard, even as a man who wore makeup sometimes, right? Even he knew it was important not to even kind of promote it because, you know, even though he might not want to have kids, he knew it was important for Black people to have kids. So even if he was reading Rainbow, he wasn't going to promote it. Daphne Joseph says God even mentioned in the Bible of prostitutes how they are and what they're about. Facts. Facts. And here's another too. I have no problem when women want to be pro, you know, if that's what they want to do, they could do that. You know, the only thing is that I think the problem is that they're not willing to accept the fact that, you know, you can't just want to do that and then all of a sudden you want to be a wife. Like they think just because, you know, they stopped being at the strip club or because they stopped selling it, now they could just go to church and a man is just supposed to forgive and forget. Daphne Joseph says everything in the mention of God's words of people, rain and rainbow and everything. Facts. Facts. I mean, my whole thing is that if you want to be reading Rainbow, like, why do you have to advertise it? Because I'm a straight man. Here's the thing. I'm a heterosexual man, but y'all see me on Facebook. Y'all see me on Instagram. Y'all see me on Twitter. I don't make a big deal about, you know, having, you know, making love to a woman or giving her the business and all that. Like as a straight man, as much as I love to have sex with a woman, my life, my identity is not attached to making love to a woman. My identity is just me. You know, now what I do in the bedroom is even though it is part of me, it's not for the public to know. It's not for me to broadcast that, oh, that I have a woman every other night or nothing like that. That's not something that I go around and broadcast. And I kind of feel the same thing about reading Rainbow. Like, do you have to promote that? Do you have to promote what you do in the bedroom? Or you think that's a little tacky? Now, talk about tacky. I'm just gonna play the video.
I've been dating him since 2015. I met him when he was 21.
21?
And we had our first kid like a year after 2016. And we had another kid in 2017.
Wait for it.
And I just recently found out that this was my son that I gave up for adoption.
What did you say?
I just recently found out that this was my son that I gave up for adoption.
Huh? Let me just grab my stuff off the bus.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
Really him. Really him. You're a victim. Here we go, CSI.
This is why it is stupid that women in the community name their children their last name. It is stupid when these people go have a kid and don't even raise them. Right? Put them in the system. They obviously changed the child's name, obviously. And she ended up finding out she bagged her own fucking son.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
So you know what this also means too? That she obviously lied to him about her age. I mean, she probably said that she was older, but she probably didn't. Here's the thing. I'm gonna just tell y'all this right now. I dealt with plenty of older women, man. I dealt with plenty of older women. And I'm gonna just say this much. They tend to lie about their age. I had this one chick, I was probably about maybe mid-30s, and she told me she was like 50. You know, she told me she was like 50 or something like that. But the math wasn't mathing when, you know, she'll tell me about her daughter and she'll tell me about her son. And when she told me about her son, I ended up realizing her son was like the same age as me. So I'm like, if you're the same age as me, I'm like, even if you had him and like younger than my mom, you have to be the same age as my mother. And what's crazy is that I ain't gonna front. Like her body was banging. Her face, she kind of looked she definitely looked a little older in the face. But, you know, we had mutual friends and stuff like that. But yo, this chick was essentially as old as my mom, bro. I mean, maybe she had, you know, her son maybe when she was like maybe younger maybe than my mom. But still, this lady was just as best my age as my mother. I mean, guess what? All I'm saying is that women, they always shave a few years off their age, bro.
Emotional damage.
She had a baby by her own son. So she's the grandmother and the mother of her own son, grandchild.
What kind of shit is that?
Now, look what this baby daddy and this baby mama playing this little game. I mean, I know it's a skit, but we all know that skits are always based off of facts.
Catch me, bro. Like, I'm gonna catch you, bro. This the whole point of the shit, man. Everybody be going viral with the shit. I don't trust you. You had a whole baby by me, but you don't trust me. I ain't trust having a baby by you. I just did. Come on, man. You ready? Yeah, come on, man. Hey, man, never trust these hoes, man. I'll never take your baby mama back when she cheats. She always gonna cheat. Folks ain't they thing. These folks ain't they thing. These folks ain't. Out the cap.
You heard him. He said, never take your baby mama back. And you know what's crazy? Because it's our skits and stuff like that. And there's a lot of decisions that I think even KS has even asked some of his viewers. Some of the women he had on the show, he asked, why don't you get back with your child's father? The reason why most of these women cannot get with their child's father, other than the fact that their child's father is already someone else's woman, the reason why these women can't even have that little homie lover friend relationship or that mistress relationship with their baby father or even a full-on relationship with their baby father is because she cheats. When a woman cheats on her baby father, even if her baby father does, you know, still have feelings for her or even still, you know, even partakes in sleep with her, because that's the thing. If you have a child by a woman, you are essentially linked to her for life. Whether you believe that in the Bible or not, y'all are linked for life. With that being said, there are a lot of reasons why these chicks, especially in the community, cannot go back to their child's father is because they cheated on the man. And that's the one thing that would make a man, even the black men in the community, that would make a man not want to be with a woman anymore. The fact that you had a baby by someone and then she still went and had someone else, been with somebody else, that tells you all that you need to know about that chick. So that's the reason why a lot of these women who have baby fathers, they never could get back with them because, you know, it's already, you know, the what's the word? The line of demarcation has already took place. Like the point of no return has already happened. So even though it's a skit, it still touches on some real shit. Now, this was in the 70s. Look what they say about the black community. Check this out.
1 of every 3 married in this country, black or white, ends in a divorce in 18 months. Now, you see, it used to be if you got divorced, something was wrong with you. But when you have a stat this high, something must be going on in society. I now want to explain what that is. When America believed in agriculture, America believed in extended family. When America believed in the factory, industrialism, America believed in the nuclear family. But now that America believes in the computer, now America believes in a single parent family. Make sure you see my analysis. When the economy changed, the family structure changed. There was more than love in these relationships. There was some money involved here. Our grandparents worked the fields together, had economic reason to stay together, and so they did. In the factory, man works in the factory, woman takes care of children. Economic reason again to stay together. But in this new economy, where you now have women working just as much, if not more than men, you now hear women telling men, I don't need you, got my own job. Do what I want to do when I want to do it. And we are now doing it very well and by ourselves. You know the #1 song in America a couple years ago, ain't nothing going on but the rent. If you want to be with me, you got to have a J-O-B. It's all about money. All about money. When the economy changed, the family structure changed. And so now we have a lot of people making plenty of money and lonely.
Brother man told no lie. We see all that going on right in front of us. See the man, I don't know if that's Jim Brown. I don't even know who that is. I need to find out who exactly that is. But he'll talk about that in the 70s. Look at his clothes. Like that's obviously 1980, early 80s, late 70s. And the same thing that he's talking about is the same thing that, you know, the Reading Rainbow dude say that black men are talking about now. So obviously the reason why black men keep talking about the women in the community is because they're still doing this stupid shit from 40 years ago. You can't fucking make this shit the fuck up, bro. DJ says they advertise it because they want people to accept it as they is. I don't accept none of that. And that's the thing too. I just kind of feel like, okay, I guess you have a right. Here's the thing. You can do whatever people want to do. Here's the thing. People have been doing Reading Rainbow shit since the beginning, you know, in the Bible. With that being said, I just kind of feel like if you kind of know something, whether you consider it bad or not, if you know you're going to do it anyway, why does it matter that other people accept it? See, the reason why you want other people to accept it, because you want other people to partake in it. That's the crutch. Because guess what? If you want to be Reading Rainbow, be Reading Rainbow. See, but the problem the problem is that they want the same act. See, it's kind of like, here's the thing. Reading Rainbow dudes are like overweight sisters in the hood. Overweight sisters in the hood could get dudes who like them. But guess what? Overweight sisters in the hood don't want the dudes who want overweight sisters. Overweight sisters want the dudes who want thin, good-looking, athletic sisters. Oversized sisters like BBWs, they want men who get thin men to want them. So the same thing with these LGBTQ guys or these rainbow guys. See, they don't want to get the dudes who want to deal with other dudes. They want the straight dudes. They want the straight dudes who are giving the women the business. They want these dudes to give them the business too. And that's what it is. That's what, see, and there's talk about this in the Bible since Sodom and Gomorrah days. Where there was, you know, because of the fact that people was always trying to indoctrinate somebody else. Like, and the truth is, it was written in the Bible that, you know, when they was trying to beat down the doors, you know, when they seen the angels come into town, even though they could have had access to the daughters and they could have took them on and to had children, they wanted to man them. They wanted to take the man who are straight and basically like buck break them. And it's basically essentially this is the same thing that was happening in Sodom and Gomorrah. Fast forward 2,000 years now, same thing's happening again. But yep. But these things that we debate about, whether it's Reading Rainbow, whether it's, you know, women in the community thinking they don't need a man, these are things that have been discussed generations and generations and thousands of years ago, but they had the same problems. Nothing new. It's nothing new. There's nothing new under the sun. Okay. It's been a power hour. I ain't gonna front. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. So because y'all tuning in, I'm gonna keep this show going. and I appreciate y'all. And for anyone who's tuning in, I must say for the record that my feelings is hurt. Why? Because y'all didn't watch my Diddy Bop video. Yeah. I guess y'all sick of Diddy, huh? Diddy in so much trouble. It's to the point that people don't even care about hearing about that shit no more, bro.
You're a victim.
There we go, CSI.
So I ain't gonna lie. I'm probably not gonna make any P. Diddy videos again until, like, unless Diddy goes to jail. I would probably never make another Diddy video again, because I did not watch that shit at all.
Get to the chopper!
I never had a video do so low in such a long time. And that one was it. Now, check out what this dude had to say about this good-looking BBW on his podcast.
About women's money, we don't care about women's competence, we don't care about women's height, we don't care about all the things that you care about in a man. Attraction isn't symmetrical, it's asymmetrical. So you became the man that you want. So all these other guys that you're meeting, they don't qualify for you. But the only guy that did meet your standards, guess what? You didn't qualify for him.
I don't want a man who's only going to judge me based on my size.
You just called him short. We don't want a woman that's only gonna base us based off our height. I'm 6'4", he's 5'8".
I didn't judge his character.
But okay, but you judge his height and he doesn't qualify for you. The same way he doesn't qualify for you, with your figure, a lot of guys you won't qualify for.
Give me a second.
I was never speaking down on you. I was speaking to the queen in you. All human beings, we got the fool in us or the king or the queen in us. Like the man, he has a fool in him, but he also has a king in him. And that woman should always speak to the king in him. A woman has a fool in her, but she also has a queen in her. Me speaking to the fool in you would have been, you just as good as you are. Those guys are the problem. But I spoke to the queen in you. You could do much better than where you are now. But in this world, it's socially unacceptable for men to speak to the queen in a woman. If we speak in the truth to a woman, it's looked at, you're being negative. You're speaking down on me. You're shaming me. But this podcast, no fugazi, so we got to keep it real.
He ain't lying.
Facts. I mean, I don't know if y'all seen her, but she's not a bad looking chick. Like, if I was just look at her face alone, I would go on a limb and say that she's actually kind of fine. You know? I mean, like, I'm just being a buck. Like, she's not an ugly woman. She's actually very good looking, but, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is that her weight puts her in a different class. Just like how your weight puts you in a different boxing class, your weight puts you in a different dating class. Like, look at her. Hands down, the girl fine. Like, you know, she kind of got the little Mariah Carey thing going on. You know, she got, you know, that hair look real. So she's like a little half breed or whatever. But yo, she needs to get rid of this gut, that belly right there and all that. She needs to get rid of that belly. Get rid of that belly and, you know, put some space in between them thighs. She would get, you know what I'm saying, a lot more, you know, man. Daphne Joseph says, I was busy at work, Callie. Okay, I hear you. She said she will watch it. You know, I'm just going to fuck with y'all. You know what? Here's the thing. Sometimes I understand that y'all can't catch everything. So, you know, anything you catch, I do appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Now, Daphne Joseph said that's straight facts. Yo, you know, and she's a good looking woman. Like, she's cute. You know what I'm saying? The only thing is that, you know, my warning to any man who will date a woman who looks like her is, you know what I'm saying, if she fuck around and lose that weight, you're going to lose her because she's going to feel like you, if she drop that weight, you're going to lose her because she's going to assume that you're a loser for putting up with her looking like that. Yeah, this is psychology. That's actually why, you know, when women get lipo and stuff like that, they always get advice from their doctors to see a marriage counselor because they know with this new body, they're going to be in a new weight class, and they're gonna have different access to men who never seen them, who thought they was attractive before. These women are not gonna be in a different position, and they usually drop their man. Case in point, what's that lady's name from Cadillac Records? The dude that Common was dating her, Jessica, whatever her name is. That one of them women who was like from like one of those talent shows or whatever. I forgot her name right now, but I made a video about her in Common. But that lady, Jessica, whatever her name is, from Cadillac Records, from that movie. What else I got for y'all? Okay, here go Charleston White talking this shit.
Nigga. I ain't no real nigga. I'm a father who never been to jail on his kid.
You snitching on you a snitch on your own kids.
I will. You goddamn right I will.
Exactly.
And I hope my daughter don't either. Cause she graduated this year at 15 and her daddy bought her a car. She ain't got to go finish no man for it. Daddy here. Daddy been here since day one. You goddamn right, make that go to
big up to
we go yeah, big up to the fathers and girls that got to show they pussy hole to try to get some money on OnlyFans. Big up to you hoe. Big up to you fathers and bitches that probably been molested and fucked in the ass by one of them perverted uncles. That's why you so sexual. That's why you so promiscuous. Now I'm just throwing rocks, and if it hit you, holler. If the shoe fit, wear it. If it don't let it quit. If the glove don't fit, I hope my beautiful little dog don't have to get naked to show her pussy hole to lay on her back just to try to get on her feet as a woman, and you still can't get on your feet. The rest of the young girls that watching this, you can learn how to create content without burning your pussy to the world.
He ain't told no lie, bro. And that's one thing what's the beautiful thing about women. You don't necessarily have to take it off to get what you really want out of life. The question is, you have to make a decision for what you want in life. I feel like the problem with women, the modern day women, is they want to be able to make the mistakes. They want to be able to be a stripper, be a porn star, be a sex worker. But then they want to be able to double back and turn around and then be a wife. They want to turn around and want a man who has 6 figures. They want to turn around and want a man who doesn't go 50-50 after they basically pimp themselves for a pimp, or they pimp themselves out for, material things. It's a weird dynamic because there's a lot of women who are willing to listen to a man like P. Diddy and go sleep with a bunch of men, but they're not willing to listen to a righteous man. Why? Because of material things. Because of having stuff is more important than having self-respect. But at the same time, too, you have to kind of blame society. When society decided to allow single women to be an okay thing, they allowed single women ideologies. When women are single, they sometimes, do a few things that's a little strange for a little bit of change. And unfortunately, a lot of young men and a lot of young women see their mothers do these things.
I feel like we're all running into the same 5. You got the guy who says he's not ready for a relationship but wants to do all the relationship things. Second, you got the guy who's not over his ex and he don't realize he needs to go talk to the lady. Third, you got the one who got a baby on the way. He not really claiming it because he don't know if it's his. Then you got the one who is all on your, giving you everything that you need. Conversation, personality, making you feel comfortable, making you feel safe. And then just randomly decides to ghost you for like 2 weeks. They're not ready and they be so busy. Boy, you. And then the 5th one, this is the one who you try to give a chance to, who's not really in your league. Maybe I need to try some new things, so let me just give him a chance. So you give him a chance and then he play in your face. And that's all that are out here right now. If I missed any of them, please let me know.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
She missed the police officer. She missed the electrician. She missed the cable technician. She missed the sanitation worker. She missed the bus driver. she missed all the good black men in the community. Because let's just be real. When girls talk about guys, they don't talk about all the guys. They talk about the top 10% of guys. Even that low tier guy that she named at the end, see, you are under the impression that it was really like a Norbit kind of nerd type of nigga like they showed in that clip. No. The low tier dude is basically the dude who has, you know, the quote unquote good dick, but no job, or good dick and like a bunch of baby mamas or something like that. Like, essentially all the red flags. So, you know, these bitches, they be all fucking full of shit.
What kind of shit is that?
DJ says she like fuck shit. How about she talk about herself? Of course. Because guess what? Let's just be real. If you're still in the dating market and you're complaining about it, obviously there's something that you're doing that's not right. That's why I don't complain about the dating market. I just tell how it is. You know what I'm saying? Because I have to be honest with you, dating for me is kind of okay. Why? Because I don't really date. I told y'all about a coffee date I had like 3 months ago. I don't really do dates. I do link ups. I do link ups and understanding. Meet and greets, link ups, and understandings is what I'm all about. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I'm too old to be trying to date and trying to figure you out. We're going to talk about exactly what it is over the phone, via video chat, or Snapchat, or wherever the fuck it is. And then we're going to see about it popping. But at this point, I'm 44 going on 45. I ain't going to look. I'm not going to say I don't have no time for no games. Let's just say I don't have the patience for it. So if I got to put my money where my mouth is or whatever, by the hook or the crook, that's how I'm going to get it. But I have no time to be sitting down at a dinner date and, does she like me? Does she think I'm cute? Nah. We're gonna iron all that shit out straight up before we even fucking go out and do nothing. And just know, if you ever see a woman getting a meal out of me, we done already had relations. Daphne Joseph says exactly, Callie. Well, you smart. You're very smart. You already know what time it is. Yo, I'm gonna keep this going maybe for another 15 minutes, you know? I'm gonna keep this going. Now, I'm gonna share something that I think is kind of gross, but I'm gonna share it anyway for educational purposes. Okay. And it's not so much about the situation that happened, but it's almost about how the situation was prolonged. And we're gonna discuss it real quick. It's really kind of nasty though, so check it.
Discovered 30 years worth of schmegma buildup underneath the foreskin of a married man who was complaining of severe pain in his Johnson. The man, who is anonymous, was taking a shower when he felt pain and noticed like clumps of dirt and rock kind of falling into the shower, and immediately rushed to the urologist thinking, I got kidney stones. That's when he went and saw his urologist, this guy pictured right here, who kind of looks like a model for a urologist. And he peeled back the dude's foreskin, and that's when he saw the schmegma, which is basically calcified dirt, dead skin, and oil buildup. He said that as he began peeling away at it, it fell apart like a stone, and there was just this foul odor that filled the entire doctor's office that patients even had to leave to avoid vomiting. The doctor also stated that his private parts had not been active for about 30 years. And if the doctor hadn't discovered it, then his partner may have. And could you imagine if that would have broken off? Just, side note, disgusting. Anyways, the doctor did report that he does have kind of extra long foreskin and didn't have the ability to pull it all the way back for some reason. The doctor stated that nobody had told him that he needed to pull back the foreskin and clean the glands out. And my guy did state that he actually sees this pretty often, once every 2 years or so, but never this much schmegma buildup. So PSA for all you unsnipped dudes out there, make sure you're pulling that foreskin back and cleaning them glands.
What is that?
Nope.
Now I must say, that's very gross. But with that being said, you know what? I kind of thought that was very, very, very interesting about that whole conversation. Other than how that was gross. Well, be this. I don't know what I was more appalled about. The fact that he had all that stuff on his Johnson, or the fact that he hasn't been with his wife for fucking 30 fucking years, bruh.
Emotional damage.
DJ, I must say, yes, that is disgusting. But you know what's also disgusting? Being married to a woman for 30 years and her not even giving you no motherfucking pussy, bro.
Emotional damage.
I mean, maybe she don't want to give him no pussy because he don't know how to clean his dick. But that's something that should have been cleared up 30 years ago. But yo, it just gonna go to show that you could have a smelly Johnson, a woman will still be married with you, and before she go tell you, nigga, your peen stink, you know, nigga, go take a bath, nigga, go see a doctor. She wasn't even having sex with a dude. For 30 years. So I don't know if it was 30 years and he was 80 years old. I don't know if it was 30 years and he was only like 60 and he's been married to her for 30. But I am disgusted by both situations. I'm disgusted that he had his dirty ass dick, and I'm also disgusted the fact that his wife couldn't even tell her own husband he got a dirty ass dick.
You're a victim. There we go, CSI.
Pause, no Diddy. Yeah, but that was gross. I'm completely disgusted. I'm disgusted by the two of them. But you know what? In some sick way, they deserve each other. What's this here? Oh, okay. You know what? I'm gonna go to the comment section real quick because DJ, she got something to say. She needs to check herself. She needs to get herself checked too. Hey, you know what's funny though? Let's just be real. Women, because y'all are so internal with y'all, anatomy, I'm almost 100% sure she's okay. And you know why she's okay? Want to know why she's okay, Daphne? She's okay because she's obviously fucking somebody else for the last 30 years. Trust me, you think she's walking around with that tuna can unopened? You already know. Trust me. She done got it checked out. She done got it checked out by somebody else. I don't know if you heard about that one story, DJ, but there was this one chick, and oh, no, there's a couple, and they're like maybe 40. Yeah, I think they're like 40 years old. They're both like around 40. And mind you, like, I guess they've been having sex like without protection for like forever, but she never had a kid. And all of a sudden at the ripe age of 40, she had a kid. And I need to follow up on that story. But they had this kid at 40 years old. Like, there's no way that a man has been fucking you for 20 years without no protection. And then after 20 years, you finally get pregnant. You obviously got pregnant by your coworker. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they ever went and got paternity on him because, he's probably such a simp that he probably just accepted it and he probably thought it was like a miracle by God. But Ninja, your woman got pregnant by somebody else because there's no way that you can with someone for 20 years, you don't get pregnant, and all of a sudden she just gets pregnant out of nowhere to me. And even Daphne Joseph says, sounds too fishy to me. Sounds fishy to me. It does sound fishy because, come on now, we know how biology works. I mean, I know it's not necessarily so easy to have a kid, but it's not that hard to have a kid either. And if it's that hard to have a kid at 20 years, you're probably not going to have a kid. So if the woman all of a sudden have a kid, and here's another too, maybe there's nothing necessarily wrong with him. Maybe she was on birth control all that whole time. Because guess what? Women will be on birth control and not even tell their man, and then get off birth control and then get pregnant by their man. Kind of like Ashanti and Nelly. I'm sure Nelly was busting raw up in Ashanti a long time ago. But guess what? Ashanti had a whole career ahead of her. So she probably made certain precautions, as women do, to ensure they don't get pregnant by a dude they don't want to get pregnant by. But guess what? Ashanti knows that Nelly likes to do it nasty. And here's the thing. Even if you broke up with a girl and you have sex with her, you're probably not going to use a condom, which probably Nelly didn't, because Nelly has multiple baby mamas. And that's how Ashanti ended up getting pregnant, because she just knew he gonna bust inside of me. All she had to do is just make sure she didn't have sex with anybody else and make sure she was fertile enough to get pregnant by Nelly, bro.
If you got a girl, drop her.
Daphne Joseph says they be lying on their birth control. They don't stay on top of their shit. Facts. Oh, trust me. I know how I be. But you know what? But it's refreshing to hear from a woman to be honest about it. Facts. To be honest with you, I know this is my opinion, and Nelly and Ashanti, this is my opinion, but I just feel like Nelly got baby trapped. Ashanti got pregnant. Nelly was probably okay with it, obviously, but Ashanti was probably like, I don't want to be a single mom, and Nelly did the dumb thing by marrying her, which could put him in an alimony situation if he stays with her for 10 years. But to be honest with you, y'all, that marriage ain't gonna last very long. Well, look, I'm going to say this right now. From my experience, well, I've never been secretly married, but I know plenty of people who have gotten, I know plenty of people who have been legally married. And I'm going to just say that, have been secretly married. And I'm going to say this much. Those relationships never fucking work. Every marriage I know of someone who went and got secretly married, it never works out. Daphne Joseph says they will tell you it's the birth control that they got pregnant, when in reality it's not the birth control, it's their asses. Facts. That's why I ain't gonna lie. If I'm doing something nasty with a woman, I just make sure I pull out, because it will have an oopsie baby on you. And just because a woman's 40 plus doesn't mean she can't get pregnant on you. Shit, remember what Lawrence Fishburne told Trey in Boys in the Hood? Oh, you're gonna learn. Oh yeah, you're gonna learn. Because woman will set you up. And what's kind of crazy in Boys in the Hood, the dad was so, he was on his son not to get another woman pregnant, or to let a woman get pregnant on him. I almost kind of feel like, in a roundabout way, they were trying to say that basically Angela Bassett got pregnant by Lawrence Fishburne, like probably on purpose, because he really didn't want him to get pregnant. And he almost, when he was so mad, he almost kind of seemed like he was talking from experience.
Stay in the cold. You gotta stay ready. It's gonna be freezing, nigga. It's gonna be freezing. And just know when it's freezing, you doing something. And when you doing something, it count. When you
Nigga crazy. Said when she asked for your jacket, but you ain't forget that delivered 8 hours ago. I don't know. I guess she might have ordered. She might have Uber Eats and then order you something. I don't know. definitely says exactly. If marriage don't work at all, I'd be like, why get married for? That's a fact. But that's another thing too. I just kind of feel like, Nelly and Ashanti, like when you do a secret marriage, why would you do a secret marriage? The only reason why someone would do a secret marriage because they don't want anyone to kind of contest their marriage. They don't want anyone wives to kind of say, I know you love Ashanti, but maybe I should slow down. Maybe I should take your time. Maybe you should do it a certain way. They don't want anyone to kind of resist or object. So that's why they went and got secretly married. That's the only reason why people get secretly married. And like I said, from my own experience, even in the tabloids and in from personal observation of my life, every person I know who went and got secretly married, it publicly never works out. Straight up and down.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
What else I got for y'all? Oh, see? The women in the community, they want toxic dudes. I ain't about to get on copyright. And I ain't gonna lie. One of these chicks look like she's been in a prono, if you know what I mean. That one with the short hair, yeah, you could definitely see her on Pornhub and what's that? XXX video. But don't ask me how I know, but she definitely looks familiar. See? See, when women have choices, they have preferences. But when men have choices, we're misogynists. But yeah, that one with the short hair, she was definitely in the prono. These are all scallywags, to be honest. DJ says, anything that they hide will show. Facts. Facts. Yeah, so I guess I'm about to shut it down, y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. What else I got for y'all? What else I got for y'all? I know I had something else for y'all.
That's a one. Extendo rock. I carry bitches like a Preco.
Why you going hard?
Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Come on, baby. Don't play with it.
What I'm playing with?
Emotional damage.
It's okay. Sometimes women just like to be goofy. You feel me? DJ says, yep, they sure was some scallywags. Yeah, they definitely was. Man, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. It's July 4th. Once again, it's Cali West. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're feeling this shit. Cali West. I'm out. Gone.